The medbay lights hummed softly aboard the Ardent Mercy, a relief ship stationed on the edge of the Kuvarian front. Its corridors were lined with wounded soldiers, alien, human, hybrid, each marked by war's endless cruelty. Among them sat Sergeant Jack Callan, Terran Marine, his arms wrapped in white bandages streaked with dark blue antiseptic. He had fought through 3 campaigns, 2 planetary sieges, and 1 orbital incursion that had nearly destroyed his unit. Now he sat quietly, waiting for the alien medic to finish her scans. The medic, Dr. Sarai, belonged to the Ivar, a crystalline species of healers whose transparent skin pulsed faintly with bioluminescent veins. She had treated every kind of wound imaginable, but humans were still a mystery to her. Her scanning array hovered over Jack's forearm, humming softly. Strange dark tattoos ran from his wrist to his shoulder, lines, symbols, and circles intertwined with geometric precision. She frowned. These markings, they are permanent. Jack chuckled.
Yeah, inked in.
Old Terran tradition. Tradition, she repeated, puzzled. Are they medical identifiers? Genetic codes?
He smirked.
Not exactly. She turned to her translator panel and tapped a command. The scanner whirred again, then emitted a soft chime. Scan complete. Foreign patterns detected. Anomaly class, symbolic genetic signature. Warning. Ancient kill marks detected. Sarai's glow dimmed slightly, a Ivar expression of unease. Kill marks. Jack raised an eyebrow. That's a new one. Usually, it just says unregistered pattern. The medic backed away a step. Sergeant, our system classified your tattoos as predatory markers. They are similar to ritual codices used by extinct warrior species in pre-civilization epochs. Jack blinked. You mean my tattoos? Yes, she said slowly. These are not random shapes. They resemble an ancient Terran combat lexicon, symbols encoded with your victories. Jack rubbed the back of his neck, half smiling. Well, they kind of are. Each one's for a campaign I survived. My old unit started the tradition during the Mars insurgencies. Sarai tilted her head, eyes flickering. But why mark your body with the memory of killing? Jack looked at the floor for a moment. Because if you don't, you forget what it cost. Hours later, she returned to find him sitting on the bed, shirt off, tattoos illuminated under the sterile light. The scanner had mapped each mark in spectral detail, translating the pigments into data streams. Her curiosity outweighed her discomfort. Your device, it used organic ink. Each symbol carries trace elements of metallic residue. Intentional? Yeah, Jack said. The inks mix with carbon from our rifles. A reminder that we're more than the tools we use. Sarai studied the scan results. These sequences, I do not think your ancestors designed them consciously. The pattern density resembles predatory camouflage, like nature encoded aggression itself. Jack smirked. You're saying my skin's dangerous? She didn't laugh. Perhaps more than you know. Later, while analyzing the data, Sarai found something disturbing. The tattoos resonated faintly with the ship's biosensors, subharmonic frequencies not seen in any modern biology. She amplified the pattern and froze. The waveform matched a signal found in deep Ivar archives, classified under precursor conflict artifacts. The file's translation rendered only one phrase: the mark of the apex. Her crystalline hands trembled. The apex were legends, the first bipedal predators of the Orion arm, species so aggressive they were said to have altered evolution itself through warfare. And humanity's genetic code, primitive and young, had long been suspected of descending from one of their seed lines. She approached Jack cautiously. Sergeant, may I ask you something? When humans fight, do you ever sense something? A calling? Jack frowned. A calling. When danger comes, she said quietly, does your blood sing? He stared at her, surprised by the accuracy of the question. Yeah, he admitted. Every soldier I know feels it, like the air thickens. You stop thinking. You just become something else. Her light dimmed again. Then it is true. What's true? The apex left their mark on your species. Your instincts are not random evolution. They are inheritance. 2 days later, the Ardent Mercy was caught in a sudden ambush, Dominion raiders cutting through the outer ring. The ship's defenses failed within minutes. Power flickered. Alarms howled. Sarai's medbay shook violently as explosions rippled through the hull. Injured soldiers panicked, med drones crashed, and she tried to stabilize the oxygen flow. Then she saw Jack, already up, half-dressed, strapping on what armor he could find. Sergeant, she called. You are not cleared for duty. He grinned grimly. Then it's a good day to fail inspection. She watched, frozen, as he strode toward the outer hatch. The ship trembled again, and red light flooded the bay. He turned back once. You ever wonder what those kill marks meant, Doc? Sarai's voice was small. You said they were memories. Yeah, he said. Turns out they're warnings, too. The next minutes were chaos. Raiders boarded through the hull breach, armored and snarling. The first one barely made it 2 steps before Jack tackled him. Bare hands, no hesitation. Sarai watched through the medbay window as he fought like a storm incarnate. Every move precise, brutal, efficient. It wasn't training, it was instinct, ancient and pure. The raiders began to falter. Some hesitated, retreating under the ferocity of a single human's assault. Then Sarai's scanner, still connected to Jack's biometric feed, spiked. His tattoo pigments were glowing under stress, emitting low-frequency pulses across the hull sensors. The device translated automatically. Predator awake. Her breath caught. When the battle ended, the deck was silent. The boarding party was gone. Some dead, others fled. Jack stood amid the wreckage, chest heaving, tattoos still faintly illuminated under his skin. Sarai approached slowly. Your marks reacted during combat. He nodded wearily.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do that. Do you know why? He looked up at her with tired eyes. Because they remember. Weeks later, the Ivar Council sent a private message to Sarai, requesting her report. She wrote carefully. Human tattoos are not mere ink. They are encoded memory. Resonant pigments that awaken during combat, tied to an ancient instinct buried deep within their genome. The device classified them as kill marks not for superstition, but because they are reminders of a truth the universe has long forgotten. That humanity did not rise from peace. They rose because something older within them refused to die. When Jack left the med bay, his arm had healed. The tattoos were quiet again, dark against his skin. Sarai stood at the door as he saluted her. Thanks for patching me up, document. She inclined her head. You are more dangerous than I imagined, Sergeant. He smiled faintly. Danger's just another word for survival. And as he walked down the corridor, the light caught the marks on his arm, ancient, dark, and whispering of wars older than stars. For the first time in her long life, Dr. Sarai understood why the galaxy feared humanity. Because when the scanner spoke of ancient kill marks, they weren't detecting tattoos. They were detecting memory.